Hello basketball fans, welcome to ESPN3 coverage of AAU girls basketball. We come to you live from the HP Fieldhouse at the ESPN Wide World of Sports of the beautiful Walt Disney World Resort. It's time for the 2012 D1 National Championship between the Angels basketball and the Saratoga Sparks. Thanks for joining us, everybody. My name is Eric Cole, and I'm joined by the lovely Steffi Sorensen. Steffi, two talented teams about to go to action here with the championship on the line. What can we expect to see out there in viewership land?
Well, both these teams really love to get after it offensively. They can shoot the ball, they can play great defense, and whichever team can shut down the other team's shooters is probably going to win this game.
We'll have to see how that plays out as the Sparks and the Angels. We'll see how they got here through the semifinals. And they come up right here. You can see the bracket 57-50. Saratoga hands down the Orlando Comets Red a defeat 57-50. And on the other side of the bracket, the Angels basketball team had to come back from a double-digit deficit to win 49-45 to advance to this championship game here in the 11th grade Division I. Now it's time to bring a very important, let's support another member of our broadcast team. Let's hear from our good friend Michael Kane. Michael?
Thanks, Eric. Had the opportunity to talk to both coaches during the pregame warm-up, talked to the coaches and said, hey, what are the keys to the game for your team to walk out of here with a victory today? First, the Sparks head coach, Carlin DeMarinis. Coach DeMarinis said the most important thing for her team is to control the tempo. From the opening tip, she wants them to establish, hey, this is the style of ball we're going to play. Come and beat us. Most importantly, second, she said we got to play a transition style of defense. She loves the in-your-face, man-to-man. Every shot that goes up, she wants a hand up contesting it. And finally, she wants them to run, and then run some more. She likes the fast-paced, up-tempo game. We'll see if the Sparks are able to deliver. On the other side of the ball, the Angels, head coach Dennis Adu, said his team's got to focus on the perimeter defense. He's real leery about the outside shooting ability of the Sparks. So just like the Sparks head coach, he wants a hand up on defense in every shot. Says his team has got to win inside the paint, both scoring and rebounding. Wants them crashing the board after every shot, offensively and defensively. And finally, the Angels have got to stay out of foul trouble. Real short bench. They only suited up 9 girls for this game, and they play about a 7-person rotation. So that could be a factor late in the game, considering that run-and-gun style that the Sparks like to use.
Nice job goes out to Mike Kane. You can see the starting lineups there. Saratoga Sparks. You got Demand, Roland Rosales, Murphy, and DeGear. On the other side of the court, you got the Angels, Colby Morgan. You got Maggie Profit, Amber Donis, Caitlin Pratt, and their star for the Angels, Paige Pratt. So here we go, Paige Hall. And there we go. We are off and running. Happy Sunday to everybody. Welcome aboard. This is the National Championship for the Division I of the 11th grade. And you can see if you're just joining us, the Sparks are donning the orange jerseys, while the Angels are in the white jerseys. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Steffi, these two teams have worked hard. They both played 3 games, 3-0 to get to this point. Should be a close match here.
Well, just talking to the coaches before the game, trying to pick out and ask them who was a player to watch. Each of them both had the opportunity to say one, but they could only give 1 or 2 or 3. They kept going and going, and that's why both teams rely so much on that balanced offensive scheme.
Speaking of balance, is a good player there. Number 23, Amber Donis, gets the first bucket of the championship game. Amber Donis, number 23, has received offers so far from Northwest Louisiana as well as Southeastern Louisiana. It's pretty darn good already, just being 11th grade coming into her senior year. Ball's in and out and knocked away by their big player, number 30, Paige Hall. Paige Hall, number 30, is one of their featured players. She has a conditional tender from Tulane University, so great opportunity for Paige to move on the collegiate ranks in a couple years. Nice entry pass right there off the glass. Count it. 4-0 your score. That's a good play right there, Steph.
Absolutely, and the Angels are so patient on offense. That's one thing that really makes their offense so effective, is because they will wait and they'll be patient and they'll find the open pass, and right there you saw exactly what they want to do offensively.
Good defensive pressure there for the Sparks, as they'll have 17 seconds to shoot. Thanks for tuning us in. Championship game between these two teams. Saratoga comes from the beautiful state of New York, and the Angels come from New Orleans, Louisiana.
And you have to pay close attention, number 24 on the orange team, the Sparks. She is their go-to shooter. They run a lot of offensive schemes through her. They look to drive and kick it out to her on almost every play if they can.
Nice entry pass right there off the glass, and again for number 10, Caitlin Pratt. Another player with a scholarship offer from Arkansas Little Rock.
And she's their energy player. The coach was very adamant about how athletic and physical, and right there you saw kind of her skill set where she's able to catch the ball, turn and shoot without any hesitation, and that's one reason why she's one of their best offensive players.
Looks like the Saratoga Sparks are trying to get on the board for the first time this evening, and that does not happen. Angels looking to run down to Page Hall. Makes a little move off the glass and in, count it. 8-0 your score. That'll be a timeout brought about by the Saratoga Sparks. And you can see right there the head coach, Tamarinis, doesn't like the way this game is starting so far. Let's take a look here, Steffi.
And one thing you can't teach a player is size. And right there, Angels guard, or excuse me, center Page Hall has tremendous size. And that's something you really can't prepare for if you're another team.
Let's listen in.
Let's go. Dominate this game. Let's go. On 3 Angels. 1, 2, 3. Angels. If they go zone, we're in green.
It's good luck right there. Thanks for Dennis Adu to be wired up for us. Great opportunity for these two teams, Stephanie, to be playing national on ESPN3 coverage right here, the beautiful ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Well, it's a tremendous opportunity for these girls, just not only for the experience, but for the exposure. You're playing on ESPN3. It's just something that they can always take with them. It prepares you for the college game. Being able to withstand the lights, the cameras, everything, all those things combined can be really hard for a player. And so it's really good for these girls to have that early on in their playing days.
Angels completely put the defensive clap down there. And they're looking to run again. 3-point shot off the back of the rim, no good. And a good board there by number 12 for the Sparks, Madison Rowland. Sparks looking for any momentum to get them started here, just underway here in the first quarter. Long range shot, no good. Angels looking to run. Nice pitch out right there in the corner. She holds it up, takes it out the perimeter. Another shot on the outside. In and out, no good. And there's going to be a foul on the play. That's going to go the other way. That'll be on the Angels. Looks like it'll be whistled on number 10, Caitlin Pratt. That'll be your first.
And you can see that both teams really not shying away from that long 3-point ball. And both coaches were very adamant about perimeter defense and who can stop the other team's shooters. And so if you're the Sparks, you've got to get on the board because you can't give the Angels any more space to build that lead.
It's a valid point. And also right now the Angels are on a run, 8-0 so far. Sparks try to get on the board of 3, no good. Loose ball, second best chance, off the rim 2 times. Double glass was called. They're on board, 8-2.
And that's a good sign. You need to see the ball go through the hoop, especially if you're the Sparks and you're an offensive team like they are, especially the shooters. They've got to see the ball get through the hoop, give them a little momentum going into the defensive end.
Angels trying to get to double digits for the first time. That shot's in and out, no good. And good pickup by the Sparks. Just fresh off their first bucket of this championship game. Good little spin move there, but a little out of control at the end. Angels with the ball. They're looking to run. All the way coast to coast, no good, but a second chance board. And a late whistle will call. That'll be 2 shots for the Angels.
And I really like the hustle by the Angels right now. Missing the shot, but the offensive rebound is crucial right here. Knowing that you can continue up that second effort and draw the foul and get to the free throw line is a really good sign for the Angels here in this first quarter.
Second chance boards are very, very important as number 10 will step to the line shooting 2 shots. Caitlin Pratt. First one, nothing but the bottom of the net. First substitution for the Angels, number 30 will check out. And good look at number 24 coming to the game for the first time, Carly Keller. There's a nice look at Caitlin Pratt out of New Orleans. And they push the lead up to 8, 10-2 your score, under 4 minutes of play in this first quarter.
Sparks really got to get something going offensively because defensively they haven't been able to get those stops. Offensively they've been kind of stagnant. They really rely a lot on driving, kicking out, even offensive sets as well. But they need to do something to get this team going, kind of rally the troops a little bit because they're down by 8 right now and they're not really in sync.
As Coach DeMarinis told us earlier in the night, great defensive help. It's had to be a complete team effort to beat the Angels tonight.
And that's a good start right there. That's a good way to attack the Angels defense. If you can't get shots going, get to the foul line. That's a great way to get your team more points on the board, stop the clock, slow down the game a little bit, and get 2 easy looks.
Yeah, to slow down the game I think is very vital right now, especially when you're kind of onslaught, a little bit of a run from the Angels. And That ball goes in. Good shot there, Bridget Murphy. Selkirk, New York. Look at these 11th graders. They're coming into their senior year. And some of the better players will actually move on and play in the collegiate ranks. And even if you don't move in, competitively in the collegiate ranks, this is a great way to build team structure and good management skills for the rest of your life. 10-4 your count. Angels in the white jerseys, Sparks in the orange. This is for the Division I National Championship for the 11th grade for AAU. Good defensive help there for the Sparks, Steffi, to take that away.
You can see once the Sparks get that defensive energy going, they'll look to push it in transition. They're not afraid of doing that. And if they can draw fouls, if they can get to the line, pushing the ball in transition, they really like to go to that as well.
Here's a good look at the head coach, Demarinis, for Saratoga. That foul's going to go the other way. That'll be Angels basketball. Loose ball foul on the Sparks.
Caitlin Pratt again showing her toughness, athleticism, jumping over other players, rebounding the ball. And if you're the Angels, you have to love that energy that she brings to the floor.
10-4 your count. Angels looking to build on the lead with a long three from downtown and count it. 13-4. Nice shot there for number 22, Maggie Profit. Coach Adu said that is their best shooter right there, number 22.
Here the Sparks, you've got to recognize she's the best shooter on the floor. You cannot give her an ounce of space or she will make you pay.
Off-balance shot for number 34 is no good. 9-point edge for the Angels, and they're on attack again. Pushing it up, she's feeling it. That time, no good. Board's brought down by the Sparks. Good look at this beautiful HP Fieldhouse here where the championship's being played. Welcome all our viewers out there watching this game live with us on ESPN3. Welcome aboard. Approaching the 2-minute mark here. Stephanie, what are you seeing so far?
Just a little bit of lackadaisical passes right there for the Angels. They've got to clean up those turnovers. Even though they do have a 9-point lead right now, they can cut back on some of those lazy passes. But overall, they're doing a good job offensively executing their set plays.
Off the glass and pretty play there for number 24, Sydney Rosales. She gets him on board, getting to 6, 13-6 your score.
And I want to see her do more of that. She's an effective scorer. She can do a lot of things other than just shoot threes. And right there you can see with the bank shot driving through the lane, she needs to get a little bit more touches offensively.
Players hit the floor, no foul. 120 and counting here in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters in the national championship. Nice pick by number 12 for the Sparks. Can she go coast to coast? And blocked away. An opportunity missed there for Saratoga. Angels go back. Number 23 takes a shot. That's short. And Sparks trying to run. On our good friend Michael Kane's point. The keys to victory. Long-range shot for number 24. Gets the bounce. Drops for 3. They needed that. Sydney Rosales, you called it, and she answers.
She needs more looks, and she's a great shooter, and I'm sure coach is going to remind her exactly why they need to get her the ball. Let's take a listen.
Offensively right now, we are stagnant. We are just standing in one place. You cannot stand on one place. Do your point guards a favor and don't just stand there so they don't have to go 1-on-5. Ladies, you got to play smart. Just move on them.
Right.
They're overplaying on the wings. Backdoor, get them going and get
Girls, control our tempo. Play our game. If we execute our plays, we'll be just fine. Let's go. Play our game. Sparks on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
Let's keep this one going. One possession.
Maddie.
It's a good listening for the Sparks as the Sparks have missed 6 of their last 7 shots. Well, they're getting something going right here. With that being said, they're only down by 4 points, Steffi.
And that's kind of surprising the way they've shot the ball. They haven't gotten anything going offensively, but give credit to their defense because they haven't let this Angels team really go on a run. They've held them down. They've had some stops. The Angels have gotten some shots off, but a little bit slowed down. They've only got 13 points. Angels started off a little bit hot. They're going to hold the ball here with 20 seconds left in this first quarter, try to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, one of the keys for Saratoga was to control that tempo and play our ball. I mean, run, but you got to get the ball in possession to keep that. As Paige Hall has a lot of space down low, and she puts it off the glass, and then good-looking player that'll play for the Green Wave in a couple years.
There's a reason why they're offering her, because she has something that you really need, especially at the collegiate level, in that size and space. And she definitely draws a lot of defensive attention, one that the Sparks are going to have to find an answer for in the second quarter coming up.
Drawing the end of the first quarter, 5 seconds to go. Bounces in for number 25. Good play for Saratoga's LaShawna Tolliver. And that'll bring the zeros to the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. Angels 15, Sparks 11. You're watching continued 2012 AAU Girls Basketball Championship. Back with second quarter. Back in a second.
Right in the front.
That's like winning the lottery, dude.
Really?
I got that spot once.
Morning, you saying?
Hey, guys.
Hey. And the guy was about to go in, right? So I sort of ducked under him,
right.
You know. Man, he pops out of the car. His chili is running so hard, right? I'm like, dude, it's a parking spot. Relax, right? It's no big deal. Slow day, huh?
I listen.
Man, I would kill for that schedule.
Me too, man. Oh, I'm telling you, me too.
Ride like a rock star at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Buckle up and hit 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds on Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. You will take off in a convertible stretch limo through the streets of LA, through loops, corkscrews, and more to get you to the concert on time. This exciting ride in the dark will leave you cheering for an encore.
Welcome back to the beautiful HP Fieldhouse of the ESPN Wide World of Sports. As the Angels have jumped out 15 to 11. Now let's talk about the passing for the Angels to effectively get that 4-point lead in that first quarter.
Well, it just really speaks to how unselfish this Angels team is, and the reason why they got that lead is because they were finding open teammates, especially in transition or even along the perimeter, making the extra pass and letting players knock down shots. It can really help your team build a lead and maintain a lead, most importantly.
Yeah, that was a good look for Paige Hall, but Saratoga hung in there and took that first punch. There was a big run for the Angels basketball squad, but they only hold a 4-point edge as we're underway in the second quarter. This is the D1 National Championship game for the AAU girls 11th grade. And it's the Sparks of Saratoga in the orange jerseys. You can see number 21 shoots it up and in. Bridget Murphy taking on the Angels basketball squad from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Coach Carlin in the huddle, when we got to listen in, she talked about one possession at a time. And if you're the Sparks, you can't get all the points back in one play. You've got to play solid defense and score in transition like you just saw there for the Sparks.
And a timeout called there by DeMarinis of Saratoga. And she wanted to thank everybody out to the Sparks organization, that, and especially Section 2 of Saratoga, New York. They want to bring back the national championship. So if you're listening out there in Saratoga, New York, Coach says thanks for all your support. Michael Kane, you got something for us.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. During the between quarters, listened into both huddles. The Sparks head coach said they got to work on getting the ball inside more. In the first offensive possession they had in this quarter, that's exactly what they did. Worked it down low, got the basket. Angels, they got to work on tougher D. Coach Adu said he's not pleased with his team's defense, and they got to pick it up in the second quarter.
Michael Kane, nice job as always. Those are good points to find out there. We're live action here in the HP Fieldhouse. Good job, Mike. Resumption of play, just underway here in the second quarter. Angels up 15-13. That ball's in and out. And that'll be Sparks basketball, their chance to get even for the first time this evening.
And it's possession by possession. Even though it's only the second quarter, you've got to take care of the ball if you're the Angels. And like Michael pointed out in the huddle, they've got to take care of the ball, and most importantly, they've got to play better defense. They're letting the Sparks kind of do what they want right now, and especially when they're trying to go inside, they've got to make sure they up their defensive pressure a little bit more.
Nice pressure there for the Angels to get a jump ball possession. Possession earlier favors the Angels, so nice tie up there. Good look here, Steffi. Good defensive pressure.
And that's something that's going to really help your team when you're becoming stagnant on offense, is getting a defensive stop, especially a tie-up right there can really help your team defensively.
Ball's knocked out of bounds by number 3, Jacqueline Welch, but who made that tie-up was number 13, Colby Morgan. We'd like to wish her a very happy birthday from ESPN Family Networks. Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Colby Morgan.
Not a bad way to spend your birthday.